Welcome to the Billiard Network, the home of global pool on YouTube. Like and follow if you enjoy this. Our match today is Aleksa Pecelj versus Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. The game is 9-ball, a race to 9, alternate break. The 9 balls racked on the spot. 3 object balls must go past the head string for a legal break. 3 consecutive fouls by the same player is lost a game. This is a dynamic Billiard Antalya Open. I'm Earl Strickland for the Billiard Network. Boy, am I glad I don't have that other guy's name tonight. I was butchering it, I'll tell you that. I'll have to apologize to him when I see him. But I know both of these guys' games, and they both play pretty quick, and that's nice to know. Here's the lag. Pecelj looks like he's going to win it. He does. It's Pecelj to break. Don't know which side he'll elect. But he made a couple of really nice shots in that last match that I did with him. I was impressed with his shot making, I'll tell you that. I mean, not many players take on those really tough, jacked up shots like he did in the last match I commentated. I don't even want to try to say the other guy's name again. I chopped it up so much I don't ever want to say it again until I hear him say it, maybe. But we know Sanchez Ruiz is a very fast player. I will say that about him. I'll commend him on that. We don't have a lot of players today that just get up and play the game correctly. They want to try to manipulate you and mind screw you and whatever you want to call it. But he does need a magnifying glass to survey this rack. Let's see what side he elects. Okay, the right side. He's going to hit right bottom, draw the cue ball to the rail. Quite a bit of spin. That's what gets him in, is the spin. Saw the ball spun off the rail there. Good break. 2 balls in as usual, which is amazing. Stats. I really can't ever get over these stats on the break over there. How conducive the table is. He's got a shot on the 2, but he can't pocket it. The 4's in the way, unless he plays the combination. I think he'll elect to play some kind of safe. He'll just stop the cue ball. He could just stop it right there and bank it 2 rails, but I don't think it can get away from him. And the 8's there too. The prudent play is just to stop the ball right there and bank the ball lightly 2 rails. He's going to roll it somehow. Maybe put him behind the 4. Wow, that was creative. Good shot. That was a nice shot. Nothing wrong with that. And like we said before, I've said before, there's many ways to play the safeties. I'm not always going to be right. That's for sure. Safeties are very important, just like pocketing the ball. This is a tough kick, though. I'll tell you that. He's going to have to kick past the 8, I think. He could fluke it off the... He's going to try to kick 2 rails. No, he's going to try to mass air. Yeah. He's got to kick the way I said. He's got to go all the way on the other side of the table. He's wasting time. But that's okay. He'll make up for it when he shoots. He's going to kick 1 rail. It won't go off the 4. I thought it would. Maybe he'll kick 1 rail. He may hit this kind of firm to try to create something. Yep, he did. That's a good kick because it's going to come out nice. Very good. He hit that real good, right on the perfect side. Bank it up and around sideways of the table and let the cue ball go around the 4. Pecelj can spin around this and stick the ball there and then bank it down table. Ooh, it hit the 6. Still a good shot, though. And this will be tough to get out of. Doesn't have a lot to work with. He's probably going to try to thin the 2 and bring the cue ball back down table around the 4 somehow. If he could thin it thin enough and get it to the side rail and bank off. But that still doesn't look like it's easy to do. Looks like the 2 might go off the 6 on the side. Yeah, I never liked that shot. It was there if he would have hit it, but that was a tricky safety, that one. He's going to roll him behind the 7. I don't think the 2 still goes. Maybe it does. He's a good shooter. But there's an easy safety here. He can roll the 2 down between the 4 and the, if they'll go back to the table there, he could just roll it between the 4 and the 9 and let the cue go behind the 7. Or he could thin it and go around the 4 too and get him real thin. That's a good shot too. Very good. He's got good speed on his safeties too. For a guy that shoots that good, normally they don't have the whole package, but he seems to. He breaks good. He shoots really good from the last match we saw. It's a good shot maker off the end rail. And he has good speed on his safeties. Like I said before, a good safety is just like winning a game or making a good shot. This is like a hopscotch here. Oh, he jumped and kicked it. Oh, that's brilliant. Still don't like that cue, but good strategy. God, that cue got him right out of that. That was amazing. That was a good shot by Pecelj, but he didn't get a reward for it because of that jump cue. He could thin the 2 and come back down table, or bank the 2 back down table like that. That's a perfect shot. Very good. Very good shot. But he may be able to escape from this too, if he can get around the 8 with spin. I can't tell with the overhead. This tells me nothing. He's looking at it like I was talking about. It needs quite a bit of spin to get around that 8. Then he can catch underneath the 2 and knock it past the 4 and go down table. Kind of spin it with a lot of spin. He never could do that. And he sold out. He probably should have kicked it. He tried to kick it lightly to the rail, but it didn't work. Pecelj hit this with left middle, just below center, and pop it. And it'll come past the 7 like he's looking and go 2 rails down there. It might hit the 3 and might just go near it and get for the 3 in one of the corners. Probably the one on his left. He'll hit it kind of firm. Wow, a ball hung up. Can't even believe that. That shot always skids a little, that particular shot. He might have been better off to play a safe there, like we've talked about, even though you got a shot to pocket the ball, and it seems like you have a way out, and there's an easy safety. The easy safety is the right shot. I've been practicing that for the Mosconi Cup. Especially in the Mosconi Cup, you don't want to take ill-advised shots. Every shot is so important in that Mosconi Cup. You have to play the right shot, play the percentages. He's going to try to draw it back. A lot of draw. Now there's a shot I'll come with for sure. I'll slurp that ball right back down there. I love that shot. That shows he doesn't have all the tools. Some players have that shot. Not many really have that shot. They can draw that ball out of the cup down there like that. Looks like he's going to knock the 3 down table or try to cut it in. Yeah, he just tried to bump it to the rail and put it in mine. I thought he should have banked it all the way down the table maybe. But he could have sold out. This way he don't sell completely out. He'll get back to the table with something. It's been a long game, the first game. He'll thin the left side of 2, go down table underneath the 4. Probably a little bit of left. Looks pretty good. Good shot. Good speed. Ideal speed on his safety so far, but he's not getting rewarded for him because Ruiz is getting out of him with a jump cue and some good kicks. Oh, he's hurrying to beat the shot clock. He doesn't want to use his timeout. He may have to now. I wish golfers had to do that. Hurry up, run, get the club, run back and hit. Maybe have dinner in between shots. Look at that shot. Wow, he jumped it right in, banked it. That accuses me. You may as well shoot it, use it again because he snookered. It's amazing when you hit a shot like that, you'll get snookered a lot. I mean, he rushed it too. He wasn't even trying to like make it, I don't think. Just hit it and went in. He's going to try to jump and cut it, and he'll go around the table for the 6 if he makes it. No. Oh, he got a good roll. That cue, well, almost a good roll. It left him a shot, but it's tricky because he left it by the side. He can still roll this in and not scratch, I think. He may have to put a little bit of right on it. You kind of miss this shot once in a while because he may be able to cut it in the side. I told you, you missed that shot because you're worried about the scratch. Even when you roll it, you miss it. And even when you draw it, you miss it sometimes. I thought he should have rolled it and just hit the point with the cue ball. I think that's what Efren would have done there. He's going to thin the left side of the 2 and come down behind the 8 and the 9. No, he's going the other way. Behind the 6. That was a good shot. I still like thinning that one and going back behind the 7, 8, 9. I think he left him the edge. He left him the edge. And that's why it ain't no good now, that shot. No, he's jumping it. He'll jump and thin it and go down table. Now it's going to sit right in the hole, though. He didn't hit it as thin as you'd like. Or maybe a little bit thicker would have bounced off the side or went back to the middle of the rail. These shots are still tricky even though it's sitting in the middle of the pocket. You put a little left on it and he'll shoot the 6 in the same pocket. A little bit of left brought that over. Now he'll put right top and bounce off and shoot the 7 in the corner. But these guys don't like playing for the corners. They always want to play for the side. So he'll put right bottom possibly and draw just before the side over there. That's what he's doing, and shoot the 7 in the other side. That was actually, they showed me they panned in, and that gave me a better idea that he should shoot it in the side. He'll roll this in and play the 8. He'll come all the way around 3 rails and shoot the 8 in the corner over here. And he'll put right bottom and just draw back a little and shoot the 9 in the other corner, the opposite corner over there. Or he could roll forward and shoot it in the side, too. He's going to draw back or stun off the rail. They finally gave me an angle where I could tell, but it's too late a lot of times. Just stop or stun away. Stun forward to the left. You never know how they're going to shoot those unless they pan right in where I can look at it. One day they'll learn how to film pool. I'll be dead and gone by then. It's just, we're like in the Stone Age still with this filming. They need help, actually. They need to be schooled. Ruiz leads 1-0. Pecelj leads 1-0. Ruiz is breaking from the right side. Nice little bump there. I don't think he can make the 1, though. Doesn't look like it. Well, I can't tell with his overhead. If they pan in, I'll be able to tell. If he can't, he'll just stop the ball kind of and let it creep over just to the right a little bit and bank the 1 down table around past the 5 if the ball doesn't go. But if it goes, he'll cut it in, snib the 4 ball a little bit, and try to get shape on the 2. He won't know exactly what the 4 is going to do if he can make it. It looks like he's trying to make it, yeah. Or he's going to draw it. Yeah, he did what I said. But the first time, he let the cue ball creep away too much. No, Sanchez won this. Ruiz won the first game. I can't even get the score right. Still don't think I'm any good at this. It'll take me 1,000 years to get any good at this. It took me 60 years to learn how to play pool. It'll take me 60 years to learn how to do this. All right, good long shot for Pecelj. See if he's still on. Needs to draw back or stop. Yeah, he's still hitting them good. He's a good shooter. I like the way he shoots. I like guys that can really shoot, like myself. And I'm still shooting good, I'll tell you that. I got a new stick. It's helping me a lot. A lot of right on this. Get over to the side rail. That's where he's got to be. Oh, he hit that poorly. He's lucky he didn't scratch. He never meant to go there. I can promise you that. Or maybe he did, but I don't know. That was too close for me to go near that side like that. He'll put a lot of right on this and go 1, 2, maybe 3 rails for the 4. He may just stay in the middle of the table with speed because, and that's why he missed it. He was worried about what the cue ball was going to do. And that's how you take your eye off a shot, because you're kind of worried about the speed of the cue ball and you just forget to focus on the shot. He just needs to go rail first maybe and it'll beat the 5 ball. He's got to hope it beats the 5. The rails are boingy enough to do it. If these rails were mushier with the dryness, he would have hit the 5 ball. It would have whiffled a little coming out of the corner down there. I love the way these rails play. Long as the table's dry, these tables will play great. They need a little tougher pocket. I keep saying that. I'm never going to stop saying it. He'll roll down and play the 5 on our right over here. 2 rails. Bounced off a little more than he would have liked, but he's still all right. This is a shot you got to pay attention on. You will undercut it. Easy to undercut this shot. Put a little bit of right top. There's no scratch. He'll hit high on the ball so it won't scratch. He's going low, though. He looks like he's going to draw it 2 rails like that. That was the wrong shot. If he couldn't follow it, it looked like he could follow it to me. It was still all right if he would have hit it harder, but he's still okay, actually. This shot's tricky, though. It can skid. These shots can skid even on a dry table. He's got to put a lot of left on it, and he'll hit it slow or pop it kind of firm and try to go to the other side. Nope, he stayed right there. That was a good shot. That shot can skid real easy. It did on Pecelj a while ago when he shot the 2 ball, remember? Left top, down the middle of the table to take a 2-0 lead. He'll stop dead or stun forward. Stun forward. I'm glad I said that. Cheapers. These guys will stop the ball when I say stun, and they'll roll the ball when I say draw. Yeah. Unless I'm right down there with a bird's eye view like that when they pan in. Pecelj from the right side, right bottom, drawing to the rail. It's amazing how often they make the 1 on the side. That was a creepy little bit of a roll he got there, I'll tell you that. It kicked the 2 ball over just in a precarious position. He can cut it in, down the corner. This shot is not that hard because the table is so conducive. It plays so good and so dry. These shots are not as difficult as they seem at times. I know in Florida somewhere on my table, this is a tough shot. Straight top, he'll go back and forth. He'll shoot the 3 in the other corner over there. I mean, the other side, where the 3 is now. He'll shoot the 3 in that side pocket. He'll hit it nice and smooth. It'll go 1, 2 rails and back to the middle almost. He came back to the rail. I thought it would stay. But that's still all right. He almost overcut that one. It's the only way he could miss it, probably. This is tricky. He's got to run into the 7. He'll put some right on it, and that'll help the ball deflect a little into that 7 ball. These amateurs need to watch this. Don't shoot these without spin, unless he's got to hit it a little bit firm and bounce off the rail. Oh, he could miss it. That was a mistake. He hit that too. He got lucky there. He actually just overhit that. He'll put a lot of left on this and feather it in, go 2 rails. Or he could kill it and come straight down the table with right, too. He's lucky he didn't get snookered there. He overhit that shot. He'll just feather it with left. And he undercut that. That shot's easy to undercut, too. It's just like the shot on the 2 he undercut a while ago in the first game or the second game. I can't remember exactly. It was the first game. He undercut the 2 ball in the corner. That's the same shot right there. When you're putting that spin on that ball, you got to make sure and overcut that shot. So that's a good learning shot for you amateurs out there again. That shot right there, pay attention on that shot. When you're cutting that shot, you really got to like play to almost miss the ball because the cue ball squirts back. I don't have time to explain what I just said, but I hope you can understand it. Pool is such a complicated game. It's harder than people think, especially the general public. They think it's like playing checkers or something. I think he can make this. He's just going to roll it in, come down table. He might go 2 rails. Oh, he couldn't. He's going to bank it in. But that's no good. He should have, I thought he should have played it safe there. He should have just bumped the ball back down table. Or maybe he couldn't see enough of it to do that. He actually might have been playing the safe and he made the ball. That's basically what could have probably happened there. I noticed they're using almost a full cue with these things. They must be feather light, these jump sticks they're using, because they're not that short. They're almost cheating with that cue because it jumps like a feather, looks like to me. And he sold out that time. Yeah, that's the cheatingest cue I ever seen, without a doubt. He'll stun this 2 rails with spin or stun straight off. 2 rails with spin. Good shot. He didn't put a lot of spin on that. I still think these guys are afraid to spin the ball like I do. I go way out on the ball in a shot like that. He'll put right top, go 2 rails, and shoot the 7 in the same corner. These rails are so good. You don't have to overhit on these rails. That makes it a lot easier to play. Most of the tables I play on, you have to overhit to get the ball to go that far. Left bottom, stun off just before the side, come back for the 8. This is no good because he might get 2 straight. He's still all right. If he'd have went a little bit further, it'd have been death, believe me. If he got on the rail down there near that corner straight in, he won't be able to work the cue ball back down the table. He's got to pay attention on this one. He's going to hit it with a straight ball kind of and just with a little bit of right like and spin off 2 rails. It's so, these rails are so good for those shots like that. You don't need a whole lot of angle. On my table, you'd have to jack up and power that one more. He'll just draw to the side rail. They like doing that. In 40 years, he won't do that. He'll be afraid he missed cue or something. In some other parts of the world, you won't shoot that shot like that. If you know there's a miscue, they know these tables are so conducive that they can get away with it right now. But it should be like that. 2-1, Ruiz leads. Look at that break. Looked like all the balls went in all at once. He got a funny roll. He could play the carom here. It's going to be hard to get on the 3 ball, I can tell you that right now. He could cut the 2 in the side and play the 9. I don't know if that's on. It looks like the 9 could go past the 6. He could play easy safety. Just touch draw it behind the 9. That's what Ephraim would do to you. He'd just put the touch draw on it right there. But these rails are kind of boingy, so that could be tricky. He could cut the 2 in the side with left top and fling off the 9 and come back over and have a longer shot on the 3 maybe. That's what he looks like he's doing. Ooh, it spun right over. Good shot. I didn't think it would come over like that. Thought it would come before the side maybe. But he's all right. Good shot. These rails are so good that you can make a lot of good shots like that. It's a lot of tables that wouldn't even get back over on. He'll just roll it. He can go to the rail, bounce off, play the 4 in the side. I wish they would show more like that. I'd really know what was going on. Here, I would shoot this in the corner, but these guys are scared to death to shoot a ball in the corner. Shots like these, they're just terrified. But I think he's going to have to take it on. Yep. He's just going to roll it in. This cue ball will go before the side. Good shot. That shot's not that hard, but these guys love shooting everything in the sides. If a ball's in the middle of the table, they'll play for the side every time. You need to like make the sides real little, real tiny, and leave the corners the way they are. Draw back a little bit. Make it where the 1 won't go in the side. That's what they need to do. That would be a good way to play. They did that at the U.S. Open, and the straight pull one year. Right, it'll come left top or a little straight top, bounce off, play the 9 in the corner. Make the sides real little where the ball just fits from the middle. Left bottom and draw over for a 3-1 lead. And then the 1 won't ever go. That's the way they should be playing. And leave the corners a little juicy. That's the best way to play pool, right there. But they want it easy. They want it where anyone can play and anyone can beat you. It's crazy. Pecelj, breaking from the right side, right bottom. It's funny, even when they don't make the 1, it goes in the other corner. Oh, amazing table the way this breaks. How many did he make then? He made 3 balls on the break. Ruiz leads 3-1. He just banked this in, put a little bit of right, jack up, put a little bit of right bottom, fire it in. I don't know if he'll go to the side rail or try to draw to the bottom rail. I would draw it to the bottom rail. Oh, he fluked it. Nope. He hit that poorly. He left it kind of tricky, though, I'll tell you that. When he makes this 2 ball, he's going to run into the 4 and the 9. So he can't get back down table. Can't get back close to the 3. These are times, and there's not a good safety, don't look like. He's going to have to take the shot on somehow on the side. This is where if those sides were real little, this would be a hard shot. That's the best side. They did that in the straight pull one year. Actually, the year I finished second at Tamika Eminen, the sides were real little on the table. You could hardly shoot a ball in them. God, he missed the whole... I didn't even think he could miss that. He did. Wow, that was an illusion. But they were showing me from a long ways away. They never did pan in like that. If they would have panned in on that shot, I would have known right away. He'll roll forward, bounce off the rail. See, I never can tell. They either show overhead or the player. He'll just stop right there. They finally, I'm glad they panned in so I could tell you what he was going to do. He'll put left bottom and just draw over. I'm pretty sure. Unless he's straight in, he'll bounce off the rail. I don't think he wants to do that. He'll draw straight back if he's straight in. Play the 6 in the other corner over here. Just like that. I got to make sure and call 3 or 4 different ways because they won't pan in and make my job a little easier. He'll just stop and play the 9 on the side. Glad they panned in then, I could tell. Ruiz won't take no time, waste no time. He wastes a little time on a safety or a kick once in a while. But when the table's open with a nice pattern, he cuts to the chase. I like that about him. And all the players should be that way. You shouldn't be able to waste no time. The clock should go shorter when you got to easy out. 4-1, Ruiz leads. Breaking from the right side, right bottom. Made the corner ball. It's just amazing how they always make a ball. That's like impossible. That don't even make sense in pool. That guy can make a ball every time he breaks. That doesn't even seem... And the 9's on the spot. I think they should put the 1 on the spot. I think they would make they wouldn't run out as much as they're running out from this 9 on the spot, because they're making the 1 in the side a lot. I think that helps them. It's harder to make the 1 on the side with the 1 on the spot, probably. He's going to try to play the combination on the 6, but the trick with this shot is, what is the 1 ball going to do? He can't hit it too hard, or the 1's going to bounce away and the cue ball stop. If he slow rolls it, that's what always happens. Something weird will always happen on that shot. He thought the 1 might bounce away and they might get a kick with the cue ball and he get a shot, but he didn't. He's going to have to play safe now. Just send the 1 on the left side and go around the 7 and the 8 and 9. If he doesn't do that, I won't believe it. Geez, I know how to play a little bit. Good shot. What I like about what he did there, he didn't try to go all the way to the bottom rail. And that was the prudent play. Just to play to the 7. A lot of players will try to go all the way down to the bottom rail and they'll sell out somehow. A little bit of a, give them an edge of the 1 or something. This is a very weird kick. I mess this kick up every time I kick it. I would rather shoot past the side over here and draw it than to kick the way he's doing it. I never get lucky this way. That's what I do every time. Right there. That's why I like drawing it the other way. He could have kicked it around the 7 or something. He's sold completely out. It's easy to sell out on some of these kicks if you don't try something different. Sometimes it looks easy to do it this way, but it's really not the right way to kick it. Do something awkward and it'll come out better. He'll put right top, go 2 rails, I think. Just like that. Only problem now is he went a little bit too far. He may have to draw in between the 8 and 9 and play it in the corner, unless he can roll under the 8 and come back and play the 3 in the corner. Good shot. The only thing is, it's going to go against the rail. Now, this is going to be really tricky. I'll tell you that right now. He's got to jack up, stun this. I like this shot myself. I'm pretty good at it. Jack up, hit it on the middle with right, go between the 8 and the 9 and go 3 rails. Wow. I'd rather went the other way. I'd rather taken on the shot the other way. Unless he couldn't do it, unless the 9 had him, where that's all he could do. But this shot can be missed easily because the 8 ball is like a bowling ball sitting there. You can't touch it. You're shooting over it. It's easy to miss this shot because of the 8. He made a good shot there, I'll tell you that right now. What I like about what he did there, he went and hit it with a little more authority and took a tougher shot on the 7. A lot of times the player will try to finesse that and get it for the side pocket, and that's what will make you miss it, hitting it slower. Now he's going to draw out of this. Like that. Good shot. Very good. These pockets are too big, though. They really are. For these guys. Need to make it a little more interesting. Left top. Go to the side rail. For a 5-1 lead. Just roll it down or draw back with left bottom. Drew back with left bottom. 5-1. Pecelj in a little bit of trouble here. Unsurprised. Pecelj breaking from the right side, right bottom, drawing the cue ball to the side rail. I'm not going to say nothing about fouling the break because they haven't come in danger of it until he made 2 balls, though. It's unreal. I thought he fouled it, but he made 2. How can you make 2 balls every time? I bet if they put the 1 on the spot, they couldn't make 2 balls every time. I'd bet my life on it. Very important to get this game for Pecelj. Down 5-1. Another one of his... This shot's not that hard. It's as easy as the pockets are. It's just not that difficult. He striped it too because he knows that it's, even if he hits the rail, it's going to go. My table, when I'm playing on a go crown 1, pockets are a little bit gaffy, 4 1/4 inches. You better be accurate on that shot. It would have went the way he hit it, though, on my table. Straight top, you might play for the corner or the side. That's the way I play that shot. A lot of guys will come down for the side. Why? All you got to do is just stop and then go 2 rails for the 7 ball. They need to make those side pockets like BBs. Tell you that right now. They'll change their attitude. Stop right there on the 5. About playing for the sides, need to force these players to play for the corners. And get them where they can't make the 1 in the side, too. It's got to be harder than this. This is too easy. A lot of right on this. Go 2 rails. Oh, he went with straight. That was okay, too. He could have went either way there. 2 rails or 1 rail. The way these rails play, you can play 1 rail a lot with a shot like that because they're so responsive. But there's other cushions, I can tell you right now, you'll be going 2 rails. Right bottom. Draw to the side rail. He squeaked that one in. That might have jawed on my table because he didn't hit the pocket, it hit the side rail. It might have jawed on the table at my house, too. I'm playing on the one at the pool room's 4 1/4 inch Brunswick. Stop right there, draw back a little. Drew back for the corner. I got a 1946 anniversary Brunswick downstairs. And I'll tell you what, the ball he just shot would hang up on it because they're cut really difficult. Stun forward a little for a 5-2 lead for Ruiz. Very important game for Pecelj to get that game right there. Ruiz breaking from the right side, right bottom, sending the cue ball to the side rail, 1 in the side again. It's crazy. I mean, it's just amazing how they get a shot every time, too. Oh, he fouled the break. There you go. Finally, they're trying to manipulate that break all the time. Finally, I saw, we've seen it if you watch the Billiard Network. Nils Fan lost a match the other day to Filler. He fouled 3 breaks, and this cost him the match. Straight top or a little bit of right. He's going to shoot the 3 past the 4. Float down for the 3. Good shot. He needs to put a lot of spin on this or draw into the 9. He's seeing if he can beat the 6 ball. I don't know what he's looking like that for. He needs to put a lot of right on this and just shoot it slow. It's hard. It's going to be hard to get on the 5 ball after he gets on the 4. Here's another one of those shots you might want to play safe, but he can't see the whole 3 ball to stick him. Or maybe he's trying to bounce off the 6 with some right. Yeah. Oh, he was checking to see if the 4 would go once he bounced off of it. I see. You can roll him right behind the 5. Shoot the 4 in between the 6 and 9. Good shot. Beautiful. I like where he left the cue ball, too. He can't go to the bottom rail. He's going to kick 2 rails. He'll hit the side rail, bottom rail, and then try to hit the 4. He could kick down table, but there's a scratch that way. He could kick 2 rails down table or 1 rail and come back. He's looking at that now. 2 rails is a scratch, maybe. He can't scratch. The kicking down here, he can only scratch in the side. No, yeah, he could scratch in the side, the 2-railer. I kind of hate this kick, too. I don't know why. I never know whether to kick this hard or soft. I think you should, I don't know, it's hard to not get it. It's hard to get a safe here, looks like to me. A little bit of left, he'll hit on it. Yeah, there was no way to get safe. Just literally. He might have been better off to kick straight down the table on that shot, I think. But it was important that Pecelj gets this game also being down 5-2, and then he can break and get closer if he can win the next game and get closer. He'll put right middle on this and pop it, go to the bottom rail and maybe to the side rail, or come straight down the table, one or the other. Bottom rail, side rail. The only thing is he might have to draw into the 9. See how he's looking. I don't know if he can beat the 9 or not. They would have to go over there and pan in for me to actually tell if he can beat the 9 ball. Now he's going to draw into the 9 and bump it in between the 6 and the 8. He's got to hope it doesn't hit the 6. Oh, it might have went in. Nope, didn't see it. That was the right shot. I'll tell you that right now. This one's tricky though. He can't hardly go beyond the 7. He might scratch with left. He might have to try to bump the 7 or just miss it and shoot the 7 in the side. Real slow. Go between the 9. Oh, he could put spin on it. Good shot. See, I could never tell he could do that unless they panned in. That was the prudent play. He'll jack up a little and pop this on the middle. No, he's going to roll it in. He's scared of jacking up. Just going to roll it in. See, that pocket needs to be real little, so that shot would be a lot harder. That's a good idea. They did that at the straight pool. Put a lot of left on this, and shoot it slow, and kill it for the 9 in the other corner. For you amateurs out there, you need to aim a little thick on that 8, and then this ball squirts. He'll stun to the bottom rail with left. He needed that game also. 5-3. Ruiz still leads. Pecelj breaking from the right side. Doesn't want to foul a break like Ruiz just did. He'll probably have a little more power on it. Right bottom. Sending the cue ball to the side rail. 1 in the side. Wow, that's just amazing. The 3's really hanging deep in the hole. Huh. I thought it went in. I guess he can. He's unlucky that ball didn't go in. God, the slate's deeper than I thought. He's going to try to masse between them and pocket the ball. I'll tell you what. This is one creepy shot right here. I hate this shot. Because usually you follow it right in a lot of times. It's hard to hit this so perfect. He might be better off to kick down table and kick the ball in. Real hard. Down table, rail first. That might be the best kick. I think. Ephraim would do that. He's good at that one too. He's going to try to masse the other way. See, that shot. He was better off to kick bottom rail and come down real hard. This is the Billiard Network, the home of global pool on YouTube. Like and follow if you enjoy this. I'm Earl Strickland for the Billiard Network. Yeah, make those side pockets real little. We'll make it a little more interesting. Just so little you can't hardly make the ball except unless you're right out in the middle of the table. Put a little right on this, go down table. I don't know if he's going to go 2 rails and play the combination. It looks pretty simple. It's right on it. It's straight on the 6 ball, so that shouldn't give him any problem if he can get close enough to it, and he probably will. The rails are nice and smooth. The table's not doing anything stupid. He'll put a little right, go 2 rails. And he stayed a little further back, but, well, he's all right now, I guess. He'd like to have got a little closer to that. He'll just hit this with straight bottom. Unless it's got a little angle, he might spin it just a fraction. Whether it's right or left, I can't tell with the overhead. It looks like a little bit of left to me, maybe, a fraction. See, I put spin. I don't cut the ball. I put spin on them when I play combinations, and I let the spin pocket the ball. He'll make this 6 and stop right there. Good shot. Very good. Boy, that was a big game for Pecelj. He's unlucky the 3 didn't fall in on the break. He had an easy 4 ball right there. He'll follow this. Now he's going to draw straight back for the side, probably. They love playing. Well, that was the right shot. As conducive as the table is, it's always the right shot. I've seen tables that you couldn't hardly draw the ball on. You'd follow everything. Just, you know, you might miscue. Florida's the worst in the world. You'll miscue down there in a New York minute. Follow forward on the 7. Now he'll go 1 rail and shoot the 8 in the right corner and the 9 in the left corner. Straight top. For a 6-3 lead. It was a big game for Pecelj, but it got away from him. He'll just draw to the side rail. Like that, left bottom. It's too easy. You got to make it harder. I say 5 by 10, 4-inch pocket. That's about right. Breaking from the right side, Ruiz. 1 ball on the side as usual. Wow, look at that break. 3 balls on the break. It's just crazy. They think this is difficult. I can show you difficult. Play placement pool. You got to run 15 balls every time you shoot. And you can only shoot them in the corners. These guys are good enough to play that game and play that way. But I'll tell you right now, you better know a lot about the cue ball. More than these guys know right now. It takes years to learn all the shots. Left bottom, draw to the side rail for the 4. Just ain't difficult enough. You may think it's difficult, but I can tell you right now, there's a whole nother way to play. Take all the luck out of it, too. This break ain't nothing but luck. Jump sticks and breaks and luck breaks and missing and snookering and kicking and getting lucky. He's going to draw with right bottom, 2 rails. He's got to hope he don't hit it too hard or it'll go behind the 9. God. Now, right there, where I live, right here, that would have stuck to the ball. Or Florida, that ball would have never separated from the 9. The cue ball wouldn't have. Because you can tell how dry it is there, that ball separated from the 9. It would have never done it in a wet, a more damp climate. He's going to roll this in. He might go 2 rails, or he might go 1 rail. 2 rails with right. Yeah, they got to make it harder than this. It's boring for me to commentate it. It's too easy. Getting boring. 3 balls on the break every time, at least 2. That's impossible. Draw back a little. 8 in the side. Stun over with a little bit of left. 9 in the other side. See how you put a little spin on that? That makes the ball move over. For you amateurs, just put little spins on it. Don't just stop right there, stun forward. Don't shoot these shots, even these little shots, without a little spin. It helps move the ball where you want it. This is the Billiard Network, the home of global pool on YouTube. Like and follow if you enjoy this. Right bottom, right side, Pecelj breaking. He really needs this game. Good break. Got 2 back, made 1 on the break. Legal break. It's just flabbergasting how these guys get a shot every time. That's impossible. I don't think, either they're not that good. It's impossible that they're that good. The table's just that conducive. They come to America, they struggle because it's so sticky and the tables are dirty and no one cleans nothing. And the pool balls are sticky, and they're so used to playing under ideal conditions that they just drop like flies over there. And the Filipinos rob everybody, and the Chinese. It's going to follow this and stay before the 3, I think. Nope, he went around it. That was hard to get on it. That was a good shot. That wasn't easy to do what he did there, I'll promise you. But it was all he could do. He couldn't go before the 3. Right top. Put a little right on this shot always. Don't try to shoot this shot without spin. Good shot. I don't know what he's worried about. I'll just warp this 2 rails or whatever, or draw back. This table's so easy to draw on. You could draw right out of this. Draw right back and shoot the 5 in the side. That's how easy that drew. In Florida, you hit that like that, it won't move 3 inches. But I don't like the tables like that. I don't want the tables sticky and boingy and the pool balls sticky and wet. I want everything clean and dry, but I want the pockets to be difficult where they'll jaw the ball. If you hit them poorly, they'll just rattle. That's the way you got to get it. They still don't know what they're doing. Straight top, back down the middle of the table. These tables are great, but they're just not difficult enough. He may go 2 rails or 1 rail down the table. Stun it, 2 rails is the right shot, just like that. You want to use the rails on that shot. Always pay attention, you amateurs, to how the pros use the rails at the right time. He'll put right top, and he'll go 2 rails here. It's the easiest way to get on the 9. Don't try to go 1 rail on that shot. You'll miss it more. Big game for Pecelj to stay in the match. Draw back, stop, whatever. See there, if I say draw back, he stops. And if I say stop, he'll draw the ball 3 feet to the rail. Of course, they never pan in when I can see what's going on either. Unbelievable. Right bottom, Ruiz leads 7-4, excuse me. Breaking from the right side. Look at the roll he got there. Ball came back and hit the cue ball. Gave him straight in. Made 2 balls in the break. I've never seen anything as easy as this. Once you get behind, you can't lose. I mean, you can't hardly win because the guy, you can't break his serve. It's crazy. He'll put a little bit of right and just go between the 8 and 9. I mean, the 7 and 9. And get for the 2 in the corner. Or around like that. See, I couldn't tell with the overhead. I thought he had more angle. He had an easy shot to go right around in between the 5 and 7. This tells me nothing. It's so miserable looking at an overhead. He'll stun off the rail with right, go between the 9 and the 8. I was guessing then. I can see when they do like this. He'll put straight top, go down the middle, maybe left top, go down the middle of the table, or he'll stun the ball 2 rails. Damn, she looks mad. Must be Pecelj girlfriend. The way she's got her lips all bitter. But I look mad too when I play. But I'm getting happier because I'm playing good. I got a new cue, a new shaft that's never been seen before. The one I'm playing went straight down the middle of the table. Excuse me. It's actually better than this stuff they're playing with. It's a new invention I came up with. Need to make the table tougher so we can pick at those cues. They're not having to spin enough and use enough shots. He'll put left, right bottom and draw back, or just straight bottom and drew back. I never seen a table so easy to draw on as this. It's almost like the Mosconi Cup table. The Mosconi Cup table is even easier to draw on because it's hot and real hot around the table. Rolling in real slow with a little bit of left. Get a little angle for the 7. Yeah, on this table, how easy it breaks once you get behind your curtains. That's for sure. Left middle, draw, left middle, and stun for the side. And he can roll forward and shoot the 9 in the corner, or he can draw back and shoot the 9 in the other corner. I don't know which one he's going to do. I think he'll just roll it in real easy and shoot the 9 in the corner. Yeah, I'm thinking the pocket should be about 3 inches big. After watching the way this table breaks. These people think this is difficult. They've lost their minds. That's why when they come to America, they struggle. America's a wet climate. And like I said, they don't clean nothing. Everything's dirty and sticky. Pecelj got to break and run out. He has no choice. If he doesn't, it's curtains again. Another good break. Corner ball, 2 went back. 1 ball hit before the side, came back perfect. The only thing is the 2's sitting in a precarious position around the 3 and 4 and 9. 8-4, Ruiz leads. Yeah, he's in a predicament. He's looking at the safety. And there you go again. Ruiz, every time he's broke, they lay like Mickey Mouse out. And now Pecelj finally gets a trick out. He'll just roll him right behind the 9. Real slow. Real high on the ball. See how he's sitting above the equator? Pay attention, amateurs. Real slow like that, right on the 9. Good shot. This is really hard to hit. No, not that hard. He can go underneath the 8. I thought the 4 had him. If he would have bounced that 2 ball a little bit further, he might not could have hit it. Or put the cue ball on the 9 more, where he couldn't get around. I'm starting to think he can get underneath it. No, I don't think he can get underneath it. That means straight to the bottom rail. He's going to kick 2 rails. He wants to kick 1, 2, side rail, bottom rail, and clip the 2 on the left top side. That way I send the cue ball down table. He could scratch too. A lot of times when you try this, you miss the whole ball. I do it a lot. Efren's a genius at this shot. That's what I do. I always hit the wrong side of that. Always. But Pecelj needed that. I'm going to pull for him for the moment because he actually needed that to get back into the match to some degree. And if Ruiz doesn't break out one time, break and run out one time from here on out, I won't believe it. I'll tell you that. That table rolled nice and straight. I watched that ball. It rolled beautifully. These are good tables. I'm not disputing that. I hope Dynamic Company is listening because they should. But they got to make it harder than this. This is too easy for professional players. He'll roll forward and shoot the 4 over there where he is. No, he went 2, bounced off. That overhead just tells me nothing. I never know what a guy's going to do with that. Just, I'd rather him pan away or pan in. He'll go 2 rails with left top or straight top. Back to the middle. 2 rails. Probably didn't hit that with too much spin. Just straight ball because he went around the 7. He'll draw this. I know he'll draw this. I wouldn't draw this shot probably. Because where we play, you can miss cue real easy. But this table will just, like I said, it's so conducive, you can't hardly even miss cue. It's impossible. It's not even a test almost. He'll roll this in real easy because he wants to float down just a little bit. But he missed that. On my table, that ball would have hung up. It would have hung right up. He'll draw back, play the 9 in the same pocket. See how easy it draws? It's incredible. Can't do that. You got to hit 3 times harder on most tables around here to even draw the ball like that. And then it won't draw. You'll still have an angle on that 9. You won't even be straight in. I'm starting to think they waxed the table before or something, or the pool balls. It's just so easy. All right, that was a big game for Pecelj to close in a little closer. 8-5, Ruiz breaks right side, right bottom. He needs that 5 ball. Wow, look at that. He made 4 balls on the break. He didn't even hit them good, and he made 4 balls, and he's perfect. This is crazy. Welcome to the Billiard Network, the home of global pool on YouTube. Like and follow if you enjoy this. I'm Earl Strickland for the Billiard Network, and I am amazed, I'll tell you that, at this table, these conditions. I mean, you just ain't going to get that over here, ever. Over here, you put, like the people, when they put them closer to the table gets all weird. You can't even hardly play. You don't even know if you can draw the ball or make a shot or spin it or anything. He'll put a little right on this, or he's drawing it a little. They go lower on the ball than I do because they're scared they're going to miss it. They want to I don't know. It's weird the way they cue. They don't cue. I don't cue the same way they do. He'll put he'll just draw or go to the rail a little bit. And he could have done 100 things there, really. Came all the way down, had an angle, stay there, have an angle, draw over, have an angle, draw down, have an angle, 5 or 6 different ways. But this out is for the win. How easy was that? 4 balls on the break and a give me out. Draw 2 rails for the 7, straight in. I'd make those sides real little. That would slow them down. Just teeny-weeny side pockets. They should be listening. This is a joke. I'm never going to say this is difficult. And that jump cue is a joke, too. Get rid of that thing. Make the player use the art of kicking. Make him use his knowledge. Stop right there for the 9. And that's the win. I don't know what he's going to pass out. Really? Ruiz wins 9-5 over Pecelj. Thanks for watching the Billiard Network, the home of global pool on YouTube. Stay tuned for more great pool action from around the world. I'm Earl Strickland saying goodbye.